You want to take a look at gold before September 1st. If you're seeing this slightly after September 1st, there might be a short window to get in, but the price is looking like it's about to explode. So let's take a look at the main stock. We're talking about KGC, I think is the best way to play gold. And you can kind of see here over here, this is why we're talking about gold at all. Well, look, I ChatGPT to why is gold a buy now? Okay. You can see it in the chart. The earnings for these gold companies have been sensational. And we look at the futures, we're just building out this 6-month base like we're about to explode. And look, the stock market dived, gold stayed up. And then as the stock market went up, gold is just coiled, 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 coiled. You know, it's an asset that people run into when they're worried about their stocks. So as they start buying their stocks, it kind of goes sideways for a while. But when this thing breaks out, it's going to go. And I think it's going to be soon. And if we look again at some other tickers, AEM, let's see, what other tickers are there for gold? There's actually a bunch of them. What other gold tickers are there? I remember them almost clearly. Silver doesn't look great. SIAG, that's the futures. I mean, it looks good. It's just nothing beats this ticker. Look at this. I don't want to worry about the ETF. No. There are some tickers in particular, gold miners, that are interesting. GDX, slightly less interesting than Kinross. Kind of already broke out a little bit. And then there's a few stocks that are interesting. None of these ETFs. Yeah, these are what we want. Okay. Franco-Nevada, gold-focused royalty and streaming company. So they're kind of higher on the stack, right? They provide capital to mining operations. And WPM. Okay. These are investable. Okay. So you don't have to worry too much about the miners. With that said, I still think Kinross is the name. Okay. Just simply based on the chart. And why is it doing this? Well, this earnings was spectacular. And we can basically see that they are in the US. Okay. They operate a bunch of mines. They are an actual miner. They're not one of these financiers, right? Like FNV. But look, this is where the money is flowing. It's not going to the financing companies anyway. Wheat, precious metals, it's building out a base. The earnings kind of just lackluster result in terms of the reaction. So we don't need to worry about what the numbers actually are. I know this sounds like flies in the face of traditional investing media, but this is how you actually invest from people who are doing extremely well. I'm telling you to do it. Look at how this thing is building. Okay. Money is flowing into here and it looks like it's about to break out. Okay. So this is the recent news about Kinross. Yeah, they of course you don't want too much Russia connections, but they're well beyond that. Okay. News in the past year on KGC. That's what we want. Okay. When we look over at Thinkorswim, we can see that Barron's is on this, and when Barron's pumps stuff, it moves. Okay. But that's because they're often right. I don't know that necessarily we need to read too much into, like, they're recognizing the bull flag pivot. Gold dollar number $70. Okay, that's a big deal. I wouldn't worry about technical analysis on some of these other stocks like Newmont or which is this top holding in this miners ETF. Okay, I wouldn't worry about these things. KGC looks like it's the best flag pattern. Okay, so this is a lot of sort of recession, fear mongering. But you don't have to worry too much about that. All you have to really say is, look, this is where the chart is. I guess we can look at what it did in the past 30 days, but all we're really seeing here is that it doesn't have too much of a daily range, right? It doesn't go up or down so much. It's only 3%, so it's a little slow, which also means it's pretty safe, okay? But with that in mind, price levels, $20 is pretty much going to be the whole dollar number if it breaks through that. See, it almost got through there on, well, futures basically overnight. That high was 1998. You can see it right here on the H, okay, 1998. Once it breaks through that, I think it could really go. This wick was, as we saw here, this is another reason to use the charts. This was actually at 10 p.m. So I wouldn't worry too much about something that happened at 10 p.m. So this is all blue skies. And if we really zoom out, we can see, yeah, talk about blue skies ever since this was back in 2020, okay? So kind of makes sense here when the market's booming, this thing goes down. What starts to make sense, or less sense really, 2022, we actually went down as well, okay? But ever since then, this thing has rocked. I don't know exactly why. Why did gold go down in 2022? That was a while ago, but it never hurts to brush up a little bit. This is what we're focused on right now, okay? This move right here in the past month, okay? Month, keyboard's just a little bit slow. There we go. This is what we want. This is the flag of champions, okay? Interest rate hikes in 2022, okay? Opportunity cost of holding non-yielding assets like gold, okay? So I guess we can verify that, right? In 2022, the 10-year did what? Let's see. Can we even see right here? Okay, yeah, went up a lot. Okay, interest rates went up. All right, and then the dollar as well during 2022 went up. Okay, gold's more expensive. All right, so it checks out. So right now, all we need to care about is not really about the past because it's way above those. There's no resistance back there anyway. That's more than 6 months ago. Resistance is only really relevant 6 months prior, and there's no resistance 6 months prior at all. So fresh chart, fresh bull flag. We kind of know what it does. It's the main gold miner. It's not the gold capitalization company. Earnings, it held up. The earning reaction was great, which is much better than earnings reactions in this Q2. And as investors, even the top investors, that's pretty much all they care about. Okay, they don't really look at all the nitty-gritty details of the DCF valuation calculations. Okay, this is what they do. There's a price level they can get in as a momentum investor. You can swing this for, $5 to $10, maybe less, maybe get out early. But the important part is you have a risk level that's really clear. So that's the name, that's the strategy. And if you want to talk more about your portfolio, there's a link down below to selfadvisors.com. We can jump on the call for 15 minutes. And if you want to hear from a verified $9 million day trader, I'll turn it over to him right now. A little bit of a faster paced, but also higher risk strategy. Here's Adam. Thanks for checking out this free training. I'm here with the lead sensei of the Aikido trading method, Adam Geffert. I'm just going to log into his broker very quickly so you can see that his results are real. This is his Guardian broker. He does have more brokers than this, but you can see that he's made about $4 million net in this broker. Adam?
Yeah, Guardian has been a good broker for me. And in this quick video, I'm gonna show the viewer how to trade. Show them a little taste of the Aikido trading method that I've created. So let's start with the times to trade. The best times I think to trade are on the pre-market and after hours. The stocks move differently than market hours because there's less traders at that time, and also you can do it in those hours, and it won't disrupt a day job or it won't disrupt things that you might want to do during the day. And let's take a look at some of the trades I actually did today here. I'll share my screen. Here's the trade I did today. This is KTTA. So I made about close to $30,000 on this broker with this one. And I started out in the pre-market after the news hit at around 7 a.m. I shorted it. Then I covered. So this is Yahoo Finance. So you can see the financials, and same with X. I can get some little taste of sentiment, and also sometimes I can ask people about a stock on X. Did you have any more questions, Sam?
I make no claim that anyone's going to make a lot of money trading anywhere near to the amount you make. I think you make no claim either. It's very unusual to make that much money, but how long could someone expect to take to get profitable?
Well, it's true. I think I'm more profitable than most people, even if they're successful traders. But that doesn't mean that you can't be profitable and make, less than me, make, a couple $100,000 a year. And that's why I created this, I call it a keto trading method.
And how much money does someone need to get started?
Well, to day trade, you need about $25,000 to day trade regularly. That's by law.
And if someone's interested in learning more, how can they reach out?
They can go to ketotradingmethod.com and click on the free training, and there's some links on there where you can go and then you enter your name and email address, and that actually goes to this video right here. But what we'll do is we'll email you and tell you the next steps to learn more about the keto trading method.